Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, today I'm just gonna get some cards to see what are the DMs focused on at this time. Thank you, Divine Creator. Oh, what can we see for what the DMs are focused on? Okay, I heard two messages. What the heck to do about my future, and what are my emotions telling me? So Divine Masculines, oh, and then the secrets. Here's Divine Feminine Moon energy. It fell out kind of like this on my table. So emotional transparency, back to the drawing board about the long-term goals, and this influence of this deep primordial feminine influence. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what that is for right now. DMs, what are you meant to know about long-term energy? Compassion, emotional awakening, and forgiveness. So I'm clearly hearing, Divine Masculines, that your previous long-term life paths were hinged in a reality that was much more herd mentality, survival, but layered with trauma and things that you hadn't gotten to the bottom to, or the bottom of healing. So things that might hinge around forgiveness and the themes of forgiveness. Worthiness issues are coming up because when we're trying to prove ourselves to ourselves or others, we have a people-pleasing kind of view of what success and acceptable means. In the reverse, the forgiveness is happening, and so now it's your turn. It's your time to decide what would make you happy by getting in touch with your emotions and doing it your way. Your Divine Feminine has helped recalibrate and remind you how important you are. Your emotions matter, Divine Masculines. Yeah, compassion. So this is kind of like the ultimate golden rule. If you would allow others to live their best life under the arrangements that make them the happiest, you should probably consider allowing yourself to do the same. Let's see what the Divine Feminine influence, the moon, is here. Golden seed, light, wholeness, warmth, and well-being, and galactic transporter, adventure, exploration, and discovery. So your divine counterpart is there to create a sense of well-being and adventure. What a combo. That is the magic edge, isn't it, Divine Masculines? What is that Rumi saying? There is a field outside of right and wrong. I'll meet you there. Adventure, wholeness, warmth. Growth without drama. Growth without drama. That is the Divine Feminine. So we don't need these mini ego gratification drama loops for progress. That's a karmic way of learning. Adventure, safety, wholeness, beauty, wisdom, truth. That's what Divine Feminine is exemplifying. Let's get the King of Cups. What can we see for King of Cups? The journey, exchange, transference. Oh, my throat chakra is doing a thing. Opening up about emotions with who you're feminine. This is a journey of becoming more authentically you, Divine Masculine. So Chamber of Teleportation, that can literally mean getting together, meeting up, talking, exchanging what you've learned. Who else are you going to talk to on that level? All right, beautiful. Let's see what the Divine Feminines are dealing with on the journey at this time. Thank you, Divine Creator, for showing us Divine Feminine energy. We just get one, Page of Cups in the reverse. That's the sweetness. So Divine Feminines, you are truly resonating in self-love, sweetness, open energy. This can be the airy-fairy, hopeless romantic card, and in the inverse like this, it's kind of more practical and grounding it, feeling a little bit more accessible, seeing how love can be demonstrated, shown in ordinary, everyday, kind ways, sweet ways, creative ways, light-hearted ways. What can we see? Divine Feminines, yes. Get one of my twin flame cards, Prism of Existence, Separation, Extension, Independence, and Identity. When you're not taking it personally, Divine Feminines, it's a whole different ball game. You're now an extension of the other, and it doesn't matter in some regard if you're even in the vicinity, in the 3D to this person. There's still that beautiful influence. You have your independence and your own identity. These have to be crystallized in order to come back together, come full circle, and be able to thrive. Okay, let's get into the readings. So, I'm gonna get one more for the masculines and feminines on the union space. What is the energy the two are navigating together at this time? Post-eclipse. Wind. A 63 card. Guidebook. Wow, okay. The symbol of wind represents the element of air. It rules communication, thought, song, and inspired ideas. It also signifies change with qualities both positive and negative. The wind blows from each of the 4 directions, and there are 4 different qualities bestowed by each. South, carrying a new sense of trust, helping you gently begin to discard habits and parts of you that are no longer needed. West, calling you to more introspection, to a willingness to make final decisions and let go of attachment and ego desires. North, moving to bring you wisdom and strength. East, carrying clarity of vision and purpose. Whichever way the wind is blowing for you, the message which the wind whispers or shouts is a challenge. It may take courage at first to turn and face the wind, but you will find exultation in moving towards it and receiving its lessons. So I'm just going to leave that there, but rewind the 4 directions and maybe make a little list if you feel so inclined for the different aspects of wind. Where are you at with those things? All right, let's look at a reading from the divine perspective. So thank you, Divine Creator. What are the counterparts most benefited to look at regarding thoughts about the journey and the connections, feelings about the connections and the counterpart, manifestations independently and with these connections, actions in our own lives and as related to these connections? What are the biggest challenges at this time? And the spirit-guided solution for those challenges. Where are things going? Okay, conscious mind. 7 of Cups and Daughter of Swords. 7 of Cups in the reverse and Daughter of Swords in the reverse are both these internal clarity, going through the confusion, really being curious about what we as individuals believe and think. So this is saying at this time we're meant to do some soul searching and look at what do we really want for our own reasons, not because we think it's going to bring us closer to these connections, which it will. Because if they are aligned, they're going to be aligned with this stuff that each one of us can discern for our lives. We get the devil in the reverse too to clarify this. So binding in the upright, things that are immovable, things that feel outside of our control. Turn that on its head and we suddenly have potentials we didn't see before, directions forward we didn't consider. Obstacles no longer feel like they hold power over us. This message is saying if we each gain clarity on what we each truly want in our own right now, that's actually going to be the way around perceived limitations. Wow, what are we supposed to think about the counterparts at this time? 9 of Coins and Son of Cups, both in the reverse. This is a card of not being quite single, but it's also codependent in the reverse like that. It could mean that we are meant to lovingly consider the counterpart at this time. Don't deny or dismiss these connections, but continue to be curious. What would love do in these situations? Kindness, more pages. Another page, the Daughter of Swords is a Page of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. These are all about messages. I just heard, what messages are we sending ourselves? Yep, I'm just hearing, stop focusing on what your counterpart seems to want or need right now and bring it back to you at this time. What will make you the most abundant sense going forward? What makes sense for you? If you didn't have to worry about whether what was best for you would align with your counterpart, what choice would you make with all your heart, in your own right, for you at this time? What are we meant to be looking at on the heart space? Ace of Wands and 9 of Swords, both in the reverse as well. So this is the purpose. This is the Ace of Wands, that passionate new beginning, which can also be the sexual new beginning between counterparts, but it's like the proper order of things needs to be purpose and then the romantic connection. This ends the anxiety because we reach our potential, so we won't lose it within relationship. Yeah, love on the back burner. Everybody needs to understand the love is here. If you could trust 100% that the love is here, it's not a trick, what would you do? Or, at least from the divine perspective, you're worthy of love. If it's not this person, it's someone else, but it's likely this person that you're watching this video for, at least at this time. I'm gonna say, what is it? Twin flame, shmame. Like, we can throw those names out. Whoever's showing up for you, it doesn't really matter if you're watching this for a twin flame, soulmate, or dare I say karmic partner. You're still on track for love. You deserve love, but your rite of passage to come into your own with your gifts and talents, to end the anxiety, to stop letting your higher self down, is number one priority. You're number one. And then this love. So on the heart space, you are meant to believe, come into enough faith that guarantees you deserve love, and then take it easy. Live your best life knowing it's coming to you because you are worthy of it. When we know, when we own it, we are just love. The fear is gone. I'm hearing many saying, but the loneliness doesn't totally disappear. That's true, but find connection wherever you go. Really seek to connect with others. And if you're not feeling that, maybe there is something else in your life you're needing to focus on. A to-do list you've procrastinated, things that you need to clean up and finalize, your health. You know, take a 360 approach to your life and ready yourself. Very, very interesting. Okay, I'll say it. So for the Divine Feminines, there's been an unusual energy lately where there are so many suitors coming forward. Divine Feminines have been manifesting to be wanted by the Divine Masculine, to be cherished, to be seen, to be celebrated by their counterpart. And that has been setting in motion a whole lot of kinetic energy coming towards the Divine Feminine, whether you see it or not. But ask yourself, this is a really interesting Jedi mind trick. Bear with me. Imagine bunches of people coming in that want you, Divine Feminine. Are you ready for that? Would that feel intimidating to you? Would that feel like pressure? Would that feel good? Where are you at with that? Do you really want that? Consider what just came up for you if you dropped into that. Pause this video and really sit with it for a minute if you need to. Would you feel completely comfortable if somebody was showing up full force wanting you right now? Okay, what are we meant to see for the heart space regarding the counterpart? Wow, the sun! I have all the sun songs in my head right now, but we have all these other energies involved. So right now, truth, yes. I'm just hearing suddenly both counterparts are realizing that there might be a lot of energies, a surplus, an abundance of other energies around. Some good, some annoying, some karmic, some exciting. But there are a lot of full plates right now. I'm hearing, pick up our heads and look around at how much is there. Sometimes we think we're alone. Sometimes we're overwhelmed because there really is quite a bit going on. So do something, move the energy, is what I'm hearing. There is this knowledge and clarity and positive reassurance about the journey, about the counterpart, but there are a lot of extenuating circumstances. So get straight about that. I'm going to pull a clarifier for that Five of Wands. Yeah, what are the counterparts meant to be doing right now? So Divine Masculines, Five of Wands, we get happiness. I'm aware that being happy means I'm on the right path. Are there certain circumstances that are not making you happy that you need to clear? Happiness is the sun, so anything that is less than happy, move right along. Move out of that. Don't settle, Divine Masculines. And what can we see for the feminines? Oh boy, guilt and grief. Guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist my soul's growth. So the things that you tell yourself that cause suffering, Divine Feminines, that's the number one indicator. It's not assisting your soul's growth if you just stay at that stage. Process it. Work your way up from it. Think a better feeling thought. The fives are changes. It's where we go from one way of looking at things to an empowerment. The Six of Wands is the victory going forward. Once we get through that choice point of hanging on to the guilt or the grief, things that no longer serve, or I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So count the blessings, be appreciative of what you have had. Use that as a manifesto for what may come next. The victories with your counterpart or perceived counterpart or otherwise. It's only that or above now that you know what you've lost and want to appreciate. What is the biggest manifestation energy that the divine would like us to see? King of Wands and the Hermit. Interesting. And the Page of Swords again, being curious. The King of Wands for me is a divine masculine energy, but it's also a monogamous and sensual king. Very charismatic, who knows what they want. So divine masculines, be very, very honest with yourself. The Hermit in the reverse might mean that we're being encouraged to go back to meditation about the destined path, about what we know of ourselves and what would be a fit, what kind of counterpart authentically would align. Not just in theory, but in reality. Can you ask to be shown some aha moment about what kind of dynamic counterpart would actually be a godsend, I just heard, in our lives? The synergy. What can we see for manifestation together? What is the divine wanting us to see? The Moon Queen, that's the Empress in this deck. And the Ace of Pentacles. So abundance going forward. We're meant to be patient about the abundance, to really be careful what we wish for right now, because if it's not our own sovereign truth, it's going to be karmic. We need to love ourselves enough to go for what would really make our own hearts sing and trust that that's going to align with our ideal counterpart. Because the alternative is either stagnation or not putting ourselves first and then covert energies rearing up down the road. That's just a repeat of histories that haven't worked out. Don't be that person. What actions are the counterparts meant to be looking at? Ending burden once and for all, I just heard. Finalizing legal matters. Getting clear on what has caused burden. Let this be your secret kung fu. Everything right now. Solve the problems of burden in your life. What is burdening you? Where did it come from? How can it go now? Forever, once and for all. Have you prayed? Have you asked that? Have you meditated on that? Have you traced that? That is what the divine is saying. Ask and it is given. Prayer is the process of distilling what it is we want. And that's why it works, because we have to come up with what it is we are asking for in order to pray. The process of determining what it is that we would want is why prayer works. And furthermore, we're meant to Desire that thing with gratitude as though it's already here. Because once we can figure out what we want, we can definitely say yes to it when it shows up. What are we meant to be doing towards these connections right now? Oh, there's the burden card again. So actions in our own rights and actions talking. We've got two kings here. King of Swords, which is precision thought, and the heart, head and heart here. Actions, both having burden, clean up. Head and heart aligned. Find the solutions that satisfy both head and heart right now, not just one or the other. And the Lovers, ground the higher love by really solving all the problems of burden, getting real, head and heart. What can we see for the biggest challenge for the twins at this time? The High Priest and the Ace of Swords. So each twin is going to have oh, this is the Emperor. I think that's the Emperor. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm getting High Priest and Emperor here. There is going to be a truth that has not been seen yet, that is deeper than the 3D. I'm hearing it's about the journey. So this is the challenge right now, is having an aha moment that makes all the difference, that breaks the rules, that is non-traditional, that sets you free, counterparts, that motivates right now. This is the challenge. The path forward at this stage in the game, based on the next aha moment. What is the solution? Opening the heart and really looking at these misconceptions of heartache that skew the vision, that make confusion. Exactly. We've got to open the heart and dare to believe that we're on the verge of a brand new way that's better, and we need to ask for the answer. We need to ask for it. Everybody, what's the direction? Page of Swords for the third time. Be curious. The page asks. The page asks. We've had this 3 times. And there, the judgment, the enlightenment, the awakening. Ask and it is given. So divine counterparts, wow, we got the Moon and the Hanged Man. So I'm just hearing for everyone, there's going to be a bit of a stall until you do this, until you ask for your next step forward, for the secrets to be revealed, for the deeper meaning to be shown, a new way of looking at things that makes all the difference, the big picture, the answers in your own right, all of those things right now, divine counterparts. Remember, no one is responsible for your choices but you. Not your counterpart, not me. You. Passing you the torch, everybody. Do this in your own right. What is your next step? Let's get one more energetic card for everybody. Wow, yeah, we get Galactic Transporter again. Adventure, discovery, and exploration. So step forward as though it's a grand adventure, not a scary, lonely, confusing, bewildering thing. How can you look at it as though it is a privilege, a blessing, an adventure? I'm hearing like a treasure hunt and geocaching. Maybe that's a sign for someone. Many blessings, everyone. Bye for now.